Hey y'all, hey, I am Leslie of Leslie Creations. I am a custom and ready-wear fashion designer who loves to create clothes for plus-size women. Who knew? Yes. Anyway, I'm going to bring you into the life of craziness that goes through my head. Does it always work? No. But I try to figure out a way to make it work. So as a designer, or at least me, I don't know about anybody else, I sometimes go through processes and I start to create, and let's just say either the size I'm trying to do doesn't work for what I have, or I end up with a whole bunch of scraps. They may be big pieces, they may be small pieces, but I end up with scraps. So I, of course, have like this bin over in my corner. Right now I've actually removed a lot of the clothes or a lot of the fabric that was left over in it. I kind of moved it out because it was making my little spot over here a little crazy. So I said, okay, self, what you gonna do with it? I don't want to throw it away if it's big enough a piece that I can figure out something to do with it. So I usually compile stuff. So right now I'm going through a process of doing different designs for a fashion show. And so going through what I already have, because I have, you know, larger pieces, but how about figuring out a way to design something around what I have? So working with some African print. This is a pile, I call this a scrap. It's a pile of fabrics that either been cut off something, or I cut it and I didn't need it for the project that I was going to use it for. Change my mind to change the design. That happens all the time. So we have these several pieces, you know, some cutting in uniform strips, some just cut off edges and everything. So it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So myself said, self, you're going to figure out a way to utilize it. So I did this one design a couple months ago, and it included a skirt. The skirt is already cut. I only had enough to really like finish off the skirt. So the skirt is actually cut. I will probably actually change the pocket in here to the African print, but this is a knit material and it's a skirt, and it's going to have a pocket roughly this size. It sits on top, you know. So what I'm going to do is actually recut the pocket and using the African print that I have so that it kind of coordinates a little bit more. I could do it without doing it and make the skirt a little bit more versatile, but why? I want to be bought as a set, you know, this particular time. But I don't have to. It just depends on my mood. And that's the thing. Sometimes I may decide something, like I just told you I was going to change it. I may not change it. Who knows? I don't know. I'll know once I get to the table and start. But this is what I usually do, is I usually cut my stuff up and everything and prepare it so that when I'm ready to sew it, I can just sit down and sew. But anyway, so I have this fabric, and what I paired with this particular skirt was a hoodie. It was a crop hoodie. It wasn't like a real, like under the breast, but it was like crop where you see about 1 inch from the top of the skirt and the top of the top. But the top kind of came around and hung a little bit longer in the back. Wasn't way longer. Plus it had a hood. I thought I still had it back here, but I don't. So I still have more of the red left. And as you can tell, it is only, it's roughly, it's about 20 inches. It's about 20 inches long, about 60 inches wide. So the width is there for me to be able to do the top portion, the width. Because it only dropped, I think it's like 15 inches, about 15 inches or so, or something like that. No, probably about 18 inches in the front, and drops a little bit longer in the back. Well, because it's actually not, it's the width I want it to be, but it's not the length I need it to be, as well as it is not once I cut it. Now, once I cut it, but it also doesn't have the hood, and the hood is part of the deal with this particular top. So I'm going to actually do some modifications. The next thing I'm going to actually probably do, because I have enough of this, instead of making it a closed vest, I believe I have a red zipper over there, red, even yellow, either one, and make it more of a jacket. It'll still probably be a vest, but it'll be a jacket. So the front will be solid. I will probably use the African print down the middle. Also, too, I will actually create the hoodie out of the African print. And it's probably going to be stripped. You know, using strips and strips to get the shape I need and get it done. I'll do that. And then, of course, it was sleeveless. So, with what I have, we're going to actually construct that, you know, right in front of y'all. And I'm going to use the pattern of the actual original hoodie. And the only reason why I'm deciding to turn it to a zipper front is because that I don't want, when you put it on, because this is a stretch material, I'm applying stretch with a woven. Cotton can tear. African prints can tear. Cotton can tear. And if you're putting it on, and let's just say you have a wild hairdo and it's like really full or something, if the neck hole is not big enough, it's big enough normally, but not big enough when you have that different hairstyle, then you end up tearing the hoodie, and then you be like, well, I paid all this money for this particular garment and it does not hold up. So to avoid that, you go ahead and put a zipper in it, so it's more, that means you'll end up making it a little bit more versatile, so you can wear it when you want to, you don't have to wear it, and you end up with something different. Now with the scraps that I have left, because I'm going to have enough left, I'll probably make a nice little cute top to go underneath it. I'll pair it with maybe a white material, which I actually got some white over here. And once I do all that, you have like a totally different effect. You kind of feel me? All right. So we're going to get it cracking. Hope you enjoy. If you have any questions about anything that I say here, you can always drop your comments below. And it'll probably be in the series. I'm not going to put it all here because it'll be a lot of information. So and make sure you stay tuned and you come back and check me out again to see the progress we're going to go through. And I appreciate your time and coming and viewing my video. So again, I am Leslie of Leslie Creations. I am a custom and ready-wear fashion designer who loves to create clothes for plus-size women on a journey to complete something else. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.